Hi there, I'm Java Jim with First Line Equipment, and today in front of us we have some beautiful commercial grade grinders made by Quamar, made in Italy. They introduced last year the Quamar Nemo Grinder. That's this one right here, the black with the orange. Why they named it Nemo? You got me. But all I could tell you is that they build quality grinders. And this prototype that we received, we actually told them we don't like the orange, number one. That's why you don't see it on the other ones, and the black one that we sell won't have it. But this grinder, we've run through the paces, over 480 shots pulled from this little bad boy right here. And it has commercial grade motors that are made in Italy, very well built, and they're compact. So what is this good for? Office environments, low volume commercial environments, and of course the home environment, because anything that can be used in commercial typically can be used in the home. And they're cute little grinders, okay? So they're very attractive looking and a grinder that you really should consider in getting. Before we get started on the operation of the display and powering on, first thing I want you to do is hit the thumbs up or the subscribe button down below so you can learn more about the products we sell and the features of the products we sell. So do that first, and then let's get started. Okay, if you don't see the menu on the screen here on the touch pad display, you just tap it and it'll turn on as long as the unit is powered on. You have your single dose button here that you can program the amount of time in seconds in 1/10 of a second, and double dose here with the 2 beans, single bean, and then manual dosing where you can grind manually. To get into the menu, you press the 3 bars there. You have your pluses and minuses for the single dose. So say we want to add 1/10 of a second here, and we want to subtract half a second there. We can hit the enter button, and now it will save the timing. The other nice feature here is you can hit the arrow to the right. This will give you the counter of how many times the unit has ground the coffee using both buttons, and here's the total count. And again, you can reset that here. Okay, 0, hit the checkbox. So that counter will always stay there. This grinder I did take to an event, a fundraising event in December of 23, and within a 4-hour period I ground more than 250 shots in a 4.5 hour period. So that's why you see a high count there. And then the other 200 is just from our use, pounding the pavement, pounding the sand with this grinder, make sure that it's working great, and it does. So we'll get the back button there. So we got 5.1, let's go minus sign there, 5 seconds, 9 seconds, and then hit the button right there. Now we'll bring in the portafilter. Okay, this is a bottomless, this is a VBM portafilter, and works with most E61s. There is a holder under here to place it. I do like to hold it, and then say I want to hit the double, and you have your clock that's going downwards. Okay, a little spillage there, but it does grind pretty fast for a double. Now I can grind more coffee. Say I wanted to add some. Okay, and then basically right there we have grind. Now we do have a little bit of clumping. Can depend on the coffee, but you're tamping anyway. You can use a WDT tool to break up the clumps, and then you're ready to go for your next shot. To turn on the grinder, the power switch is in the back right side in the rear. All you'll do is get it to the I, which is for powering on. If you need to power it off, just click it right there. So there's a bean stopper here in case you need to remove the bean hopper. I like to turn this towards the back when we keep it open. To change the grind settings, the most important thing to remember on every grinder that we sell and every grinder that's sold out there is to change settings while the grinder is running. I am not going to do that. I am going to change settings while it's not, but I know how to clear it in case what happens is basically if you change it while it's not running, you can gunk up the burrs. But to change the settings is pretty simple. And just to make you aware, the orange is not available in the US. This is a prototype that we received for testing and thorough evaluation. And to change the settings, it is stepped micrometrical, and basically you'll take your hands, press down while it's running, Going coarser, bringing the higher numbers to the arrow right here, or bringing it to this adjustment lever right here, goes coarser. And then if you want to go finer, this is where it's more important while the grinder is running, you would go finer here. So right now we're close to 0, but about 0.5 is the good setting for espresso. And that's basically how you change the settings. Very, very simple. Now some people may say stepless is better. Yes, you can have micrometrical adjustment here. The grinder does work. If you need a setting in between, you can either go finer with a little lower dose, a little less timing on the display, or a coarser setting with a little more coffee in the basket. So there's always a workaround. The beauty about the stepped setting is that if you need to go way coarser for the grind, you know where to come back for that particular bean. With stepless, with a lot of turning of the dial, it becomes more challenging. So that's how easy it is to change the settings. Hopefully you learned something about these fabulous grinders that are available at First Line Equipment. As you could see, there are some really nice features in this compact unit with a commercial grade motor, and also currently UL commercial approved. So it is available for commercial establishments, low volume, and even maybe slightly more than low volume, because again, I have used this grinder in a setting where I produced over 250 shots for a fundraising event in December of 23. That's really where we put equipment to the paces. And we also did a lot of shots here, and it works with a lot of different espresso machines. If you have any questions, please ask down below, but more importantly, go to our website, because we have a Q&A section on the Nemo page for this grinder. You can ask your questions there. We'd be glad and delighted to help you out and answer those questions, from some minor technical questions or size or whatever you have. Be happy to help you and take a serious look at this grinder. Once again, this is Java Jim with First Line Equipment. Enjoy your espresso first, everything else second. I always say coffee first, but now it's your espresso first, and have a great day. Take care.